Hello, AK Talks Morning Show. I'm AK. Got actually some things done this weekend, some learning. We got a fucking real topic list of information. I'm going to talk about the war in Iraq because that was very interesting that I learned about some things over there. First thing on the topic list, the Sneeko New America video. He's a really good editor. I didn't know how good of an editor he was. He made it very entertaining. I hate the questions. I hate the questions so much about everyone doing the same. Like, what do white people think? What do black people think? What makes you American? Huh? What ideology do you have going on in your head? You don't study. You don't read books. You don't do anything important, but you can describe black and white, right? That's a topic worth discussing. It's for idiots. I think it's for like generally people with lower than 30 IQ or some shit. You have to be that brain dead retarded to actually find that like engaging. It's not an engaging topic. It's not supposed to challenge your mind. You shouldn't be like, "Oh, wow, black people think differently than white people. Oh my god. Now I learned something." It's for like idiots. It's not even for like incels or anything. Like it's just for stupid, generally stupid people. You cannot really think that people think by a group of people think this way. Thinking like that makes you like dumb and numbskulled. You should have a better idea of the world, I think. And there's way more interesting things happening in the world. People are making AI robots. People making AI engines. People make AI planes, AI spacecrafts. All this fucking new ideas that's floating around. Anyone can learn about. Anyone could talk to them. No one's really like giving them the right amount of justice of what they're doing. I don't know the exact company, but they're doing jet propulsion jets, I think, and they're using AI to find ways to make a one source engine. It's a one built, so you use cast iron or maybe it's fucking forged metal. It's all one piece, and it works all together by one piece, and it's feeding information through the AI through practical life testing, and then AI again. It's going back and forth, and it's really like defining laws of physics or just like the idea of thinking behind engines and jet fuel and going to space easier, reusable stuff, things that are just made to last forever. Those guys are never going to get a conversation with Sneeko. You know why? Because it's not clickbaity enough. It's not thinking. You're not fucking thinking about black and white when you're looking at an engine, are you? You should think about black and white about everything. That's how you become stupid. That's how you're always going to be stupid. And it just pisses me off how like engaging it is for me, because I'm like, oh wow, I want to hear what this stupid bitch is going to talk about, huh? What do you think a man is, or what do you think a woman is? Really? Oh, nice. That's really great. Can you read a fucking book, a nonfiction one, please? Watch a documentary. Do something. Look at a tree for an hour. That's way more educational than whatever the fucking conversation of a 1 minute podcast is. I don't hate whatever content is. I don't even know what the fuck I describe it as, because it's just like feeding stupidity. That's all it is. Same thing with like the manosphere, red pill, even like on the women's side, all those femcel peoples, call me daddy, those fucking stupid people. Like it's engaging. That's all it is. It's not it's not educational. You're not really learning anything. You're just like, oh, I'm passing time. I'm just passing time. It's fine. I get it. I do the same thing, but there should be a limit. They should not be allowed to go this far in one direction. They should at least go into other caveats and test their other skills of content creation or education or just talking to different types of people. Stop talking to the same fucking idiot. Stop giving the same fucking questions. So that's just my fucking 2 cents on the dollar. I also fucking fed an AI to make clips, and now I'm learning how to do clips and posting it on different platforms. I just fucking spammed it one day, and I got a few thousand views, and I was like, that's fucking nice. There is some traction there, so I at least know what I can work with. And I think it's going to do pretty good in a couple months, because I was genuinely surprised I got any views. I don't think it deserves any views, but they find like clippable moments. They give titles, descriptions, hashtags, and they just tell you to upload. That's all you have to do. And I already have like fucking thousands of hours online, so I can just pick any video that I find interesting and then throwing it up on the AI clipping thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna talk about privacy too, but the Ring camera thing leak is a big issue. No one gives a fuck about that either. That's not interesting because it's not a black guy or a white guy making it or a Jewish guy making it. So no one really gives a flying fucking shit. But they are spying on you like it's fucking Snowden all over again. No one gives a shit about this stuff. And I emphasis on privacy is a big issue. Like the big question behind like privacy is like why are you scared? Why don't you just want to give your information away to anybody? Why don't you just want to give your information away to everyone? Why not? You got nothing to hide there, guy, right? You're an upstanding citizen. You pay all your taxes, right? The issue is like, who is this person? Who am I giving it to? What's the face? Who is the entity? What's the government organization? Is it privatized? Is it public? What am I supposed? How am I supposed to confront this? Because if they have all the information about me, how can I defend myself? It's such an easy fucking slippery slope of like, hey, you're an upstanding citizen, right? Yeah. So why did you search this? Why did you type that? And like, oh, I didn't do that. I clearly didn't do that. I don't remember doing that at all. Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, on December 2nd, 2025, did you say these exact words? I'm like, no, I don't remember saying that either. Well, here's a recording, and this is proof that you said it. So are you lying now or you're lying before? And like, I don't know. And then you go to jail. That's it. That's all you can do. You got framed easily because you had no control of your own privacy. And they also covered a really big topic too. Like once you're not being viewed by the world, once you like freely walking around, you get to discover who you are as a person, like personality wise. What do you like? What do you dislike? You get to just be free. An example that they had, a guy made a great video. I forgot his name. Like it was a camera pointed at a playground, which is already strange, and it was leaked, so anyone can watch it live leaking a playground full of children. But it was like near the end of the day, no kids were on it, and then there's just like this dude walking on his phone, and he put his phone in his pocket and just started swinging on the fucking swing set by himself. And he's like, "Yeah, that's fucking. I do that all the time. I don't think anyone's watching me. That's why I'll go on a swing set by myself and just get a couple pumps in, and then just go back on my merry way. And that's fine. That you should be able to do that without being feared that someone's staring at you or people are judging you or you're gonna look down upon. It's I don't know. I fucking hate it so damn much. I made a list of things that I'm gonna buy eventually so I can be more protected against privacy and stuff like that. Cause I'll stand up for myself. I don't care if no one else wants to do this, but I'll stand up for myself. Like the first thing you need is a IR glasses, something to reflect your face, cause like facial recognition software is everywhere and they can detect you. But if you have like the reflective glasses, where it's like 3M or like a raincoat or some shit. So when the cameras do flash at you, it like flashes back and you really can't get a good description about your face, which is a little bit safer. You get a reflective hat too. It kind of helps. There's things to cover your plate, which is legal, I hope. And there's something called a Brax 3 phone where they actually do protect your data and privacy. And it's like that's their number one goal. That's one reason they made the phone. It's 100% transparent. They aren't selling your data. They aren't doing anything that you don't know what they're doing. They're not going to update the policy in like 2 weeks as soon as you buy the phone. They're not going to do any of that fucking terrible shit. There's something called a fairway bag where you can just put your phone in and you're not being tracked every single spot you go to. There's things to detect if someone's recording you, which is nice too. And there's different types of VPN. The MULVAD, MULLVAD VPN is the best one to go for. Like, this may be extreme for other people, but I'm telling you, they aren't stopping here. They didn't say, oh, this is it. This is where we're going to draw the line. We're fine to do it. This is all the information we needed. Thank you. We're going to go home. It just gets further and further and further to a point where like you don't even get to breathe without someone else knowing, and you don't know who that someone else is. That's the biggest issue. Who is this entity? Who is keeping this information? Why aren't they showing their face? Like a big example right now is Planeteer, the war fucking company where they track your data and use it. This like they use in war, which is I think should be like a war crime or some shit. Using war tactics on civilians. That's not okay. That shouldn't be fine. You shouldn't be able to track every single movement as if I was the enemy. I'm just walking around buying shit. What are you doing with this information? And you might not give a shit either, but like the founder or like someone who's really in charge of it, they're Israeli backed IDF intel officer. They used to serve there, and all of a sudden they want to get into tech. Like, None of this fucking like adds up to anyone. I'm throwing up conspiracies right now because I don't know the exact name or the exact people because this is how it is. It's how it's gonna be forever. You just don't know who's in charge, what's in charge, how they are in charge, what are they doing with this information. I don't like it. You shouldn't like it either. No one should like this shit. It shouldn't be fine because they're not catching bad guys. You know why? Because the Epstein list has not been out. Everyone on that list is fucking hidden. It took a year, almost a year and a half, of people just bugging the goddamn world. It was like, yo, who's on this list? Why are they on this list? Can we prosecute them? All that data, all that information's hidden. We're never gonna find it. But if I fart on the subway, guess who knows? I don't know either, but someone does. And they won't protect me, man. They will fucking throw me under the bus. It's fucking pick and choose. That's all it is. Pick and fucking choose. And then it's just how it is. It's just gonna be how it is forever. So fuck it. Yeah. My fucking fault for caring. If you guys do care about this shit, you should check out the guy's page. He's on YouTube, Business Perform or Reform, sorry, and he talks about privacy like more in depth than anything else. He's a doctor, engineer. He's an engineer, professor, and legislator. He's a really good guy, really honest dude. I believe he's best guy I've ever seen doing this shit online, giving this information for free, and really just educating people about how far you can go to protect yourself and your family. Another great reason why your fucking family, like there has been incidences where it's called scams, but they'll just threaten your family because they know so much information about you, and they call it a scam. Like it's not a threat, not against your livelihood. The people you love, they will put them under the bus for a few extra dollars because they have the data information that you don't have, and you don't know who that person is. You can't testify. You can't say it kind of sounded like him on the phone. I don't know who it is. They've done fake fucking voice recordings about people being held hostages. There's so many fucking dangerous things out there that if you don't protect yourself, you're just liable. Don't be a victim until like you don't have to be a victim to learn about all these information. It's free online to know, and it's good to be on the offense, not on the defense here, because it's still kind of new. It's kind of new, and people are taking advantage. You should take advantage as well to protect yourself. I don't know why I have to tell you this. I know people aren't going to give a fuck, but you should. You really fucking should. All right. Time for the Iraqis. So I watched this one YouTube video by GDF. He talked about American Sniper, the MK Ultra, but the Iraqis got good at smoking soldiers. Really fucking was an interesting goddamn video. I tried to learn a little bit more about the Iraqis after watching it too. Like, the only information I can get, like easy, accessible, at least right now, because I googled it or chat GPT'd it, is that in the 70s, Saddam takes power and he's a dictator. As a dictator, he made sure nothing he didn't like happened. So no crime, nothing bad was happening. It was a peaceful Muslim jihadist world. That's peaceful in some eyes, that's destructive in a lot of people's eyes. It was easy for him to throw people in jail for like smaller incidences, calling it a political crime, and they'll be locked up forever or some shit and tortured and shit. In the 80s, Iran versus Iraq, and Iraq was supported by United States because they wanted Iran, and I didn't know there's a difference. I really did not know there's a difference. U.S. supported Iraq while Iraq was committing war crimes, killing millions of people using chemical weapons. Is overall just not good things to do. But America's like, we'll support you because we think you're gonna help us in the long run. In the 90s, the Kuwait War. I didn't learn too much about this, but yeah, that's what it was happening inside the 90s. U.S.-led coalition destroys Iraq army. Iraq falls, tries to fall. I think it did fall. And then 91 to 2003, sanctions, police states, yada yada do, torture, secret police, just straight up war crimes, a place you wouldn't want to be, a no-fly zone for everyone on Earth, not even like war people, like on Earth, no flyover because they'll shoot you down. They think everyone's evil, everyone was bad. Now to like the video part. So the Iraqis aren't your everyday. They are your everyday Joe. They're farmers. They're farmers, blue collar workers, just like laborers. They aren't really like high skilled geniuses or anything like. They're not fucking trying to build the next New York or anything. They're fine with the lifestyle they live and they're happy about it. Those guys are in war with America. That's the big issue. The Iraq wars continued from like the early 2000s to the late 2000s, late 20 teens, I guess. And fucking shit. Okay, Julia saw the fox, so she's going crazy. Yeah. So the Iraqis, the Iraqis. Here we go. So the Iraqis are like your everyday Joe. That's if like China went to war with like Tennessee, and I'm talking about like buttfuck Tennessee, all the fucking people that live on the Appalachians, that part of Tennessee or that part of Virginia, just like straight up hillbillies, people on the side of the road living off the fucking land, have no problem with anyone else. That's like those guys. They're going to war with those type of people in Iraq. And these guys are heavily armed. I didn't know how much guns and weapons they had inside Iraq till they fucking illustrated, till this guy illustrated it. Everyone had a gun. Having an AK was like having a dollar. You could just give it away to people. There wasn't a bullets were easy to find. They would rob the fucking armories they would have across the country because when America was invading or when America was at war with them, Iraq was fallen. Like it was in a terrible state. Prisons were released. People were just joining militias and gangs. Al Qaeda, ISIS. ISIS is the big part of Iraq. Al Qaeda is part of the other fucking part of the Middle East. There's so many different terrible places there. The Taliban, it's inside. This is another part of the fucking Middle East. I don't even know where. So ISIS is the big issue over there. So prisons got released. They sent millions of people out into the public. No police were at work. No police could work too. Because when America invaded, they said, no government. You guys aren't allowed to fucking work because we don't trust any of you guys. Anyone here could be with ISIS. Anyone here can be against us because we're Americans. And I think everyone else in the world hates us for no reason. And then you see that tactics of Americans, how they would fight inside the war. They would do door-to-door humiliation rituals at that point, torturing people inside a Abu Dhabi prison, the infamous Abu Dhabi prison. Then they'll free the people they'll torture because they have no reason to keep them locked up, and that hate and resentment will go back into a community. Then they'll go to a community, go door to door, and beat the shit out of half the people in the house. Any men, like fightable aged men, over there, beat the shit out of them, and then go next door and do it to the next guy, and then the next guy, looking for these weapons of mass destruction. That was a big thing. But then they'll just find like regular AKs, regular guns, RPGs. But the thing is though, that to them it's meaningless to have it. To us, it's like, what the fuck? You have a weapon of destruction. This is dangerous. A fully automatic rifle. And then the fucking Iraqi's like, this is just a regular toy. This is nothing to me. Take it. I'll get another one in an hour. Really think 10 AKs is an issue to you? Come on, man. Grow up. My kid has an AK. I bought it for his 3rd birthday. And the big issue about the whole war is that they set up soldiers for failure. Beyond means. Failure. They sent soldiers out there outnumbered. They sent soldiers out there unclued about the culture inside Iraq. They didn't give a flying fucking shit about how they're religious and how they're family orientated. And how, like, if you beat the shit out of someone's dad, that son will spend his whole life hunting you down like a shark in water. Like that's all he'll do for the rest of your life. And they think, oh no, it's not a big deal. Maybe he'll write a book or some shit. Maybe he'll get a good book deal. Like it's the idea of just to go there and terrorize people was like unheard of over there inside Iraq. They're like, oh, maybe it'll be a fair war. They'll look for the terrorists, people driving around with loaded rifles and grenade launchers on the back of a Tacoma. Maybe they're looking for those guys. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm living here with my family. And they get targeted. Then they get radicalized. And it's like, what the fuck? Now you have a bigger force of people. So now it was I forgot the exact number, but from soldier to Iraqi, I mean like civilian-wise, not even like ISIS, just like Iraqi, it was one soldier for every 15 or 30 Iraqis, so they're outnumbered every single time. And they thought, as an American, they thought that we would outnumber them too, just by firepower. We have bigger weapons. But the thing is, though, it's not a coastal war. There wasn't no Navy really involved. You really can't deploy the Navy onto the coast. I guess not as much. They probably did, but not as much. I'm just guessing there, because it's a fucking sand country. It's a bunch of sand. The closest Gulf, I think, is the Persian Gulf or near the Mediterranean. I don't even know where they'll fucking deploy them. Up between, because if you go in between that strait between Africa and Saudi Arabia, that place is like dangerous to fucking send a fleet there. It'll just get stuck, it'll get trapped, and it'll just be targeted from either side. I don't think it would be a good idea to do it. I don't know if they did. I didn't look into that part, but it's it was a hand to hand or on the ground war, and it wasn't good for America at all. No support from people, no support for morale. It was just bad on bad, especially when the Abu Dhabi shit was happening too. When they tortured people in a prison for years, random people too, just for fun. And they got tortured by random soldiers too. It wasn't like CIA operative or anything. It was just like a random 19-year-old kid who just had to beat the shit out of Abdul Muhammad over there for no fucking reason. And then it's just so much bad shit happening. But then there was a big turnaround. The IED, improvised explosive device, turned the war around from like an easy, fun backyard beatdown to like a real fucking war, because they changed it all. An IED took out hundreds, thousands of soldiers day to day. Didn't matter what rank you were. Didn't matter how much skill you had. It was a random fucking bomb at any moment of the day. They said at the height of it, it was going off every 48 minutes. A bomb would detonate every 48 minutes. An IED is in the beginning, it was a bomb attached to anything underground with a wire and some guy in the back just waiting to click the button. His whole day was just to click that button, waiting for a single Humvee or fucking Hemet or anything fucking big to drive across so he can blow that shit up and just ruin some fucking random guy's day. That was his whole job, and they were very good because financially it cost America close to $8 billion, I guess. They said $8 billion, and it took about $20 to make. It was an easy fucking bomb to make, and it was very powerful. And the money was getting spent on research, was getting spent on detection, was getting spent on just recovery, sending these soldiers back home, medical bills, like all these fucking payments, all these fucking costs, and there was no way to go around it. So they started getting good. America started learning more about the IEDs because it kept on just wiping people out. No question. It was a win for Afghanistan, or it was a win for the Iraqis. This is fucking wiping them out. So eventually Americans realized, like, all right, there's a wire connected to this shit. So we need to look for wires. When we go to places, check for wires. If we find a wire, we'll follow the wire downtown. We'll see who's really holding it. We'll light them up easy. And that kind of worked. But then Iraqis figured out, like, oh, they know there's a wire attached to these IEDs. You know what'd be better? A phone call. Way easier. Anyone can make this call at any time of the day. You don't have to. You can be just doing your fucking dishes. Look out the window, like, oh, there we go. Click, boom, laid them out. And not just that. They added more explosives to it. So it wasn't just like a simple IED anymore. This shit was leveling fucking the ground. They built it was like an aqua bomb or some shit. It was 10 or 20 feet under the ground. An explosion so big it wiped out like a few cars, and you could knock down mirrors about 2-3 miles down the road. Like, everyone felt it. It was so fucking big. And now they're knocking out numbers by the dozen. Now it's like 20 soldiers dying, 30 soldiers dying, 18 soldiers dying, 2 trucks, 3 trucks, 4 trucks, all of them just dying. A big win for the Iraqis. And I'm telling you, these guys are farmers. They're just regular fucking Joes. They're not like highly trained military op. There's no special operation here. It's just a fucking guy who's like, I can't use my donkey anymore. They killed my donkey. So I'm just going to go out there and kill as many as I can until I'm done. That's it. That was the mindset of them. They're close culture people too. So like, they all respected each other, even though like some of them were like real war criminals in each other's eyes. Like, oh, you're going a little bit too far, Muhammad. But not as bad as Muhammad over there. I don't know. One joke there. Okay. And then Americans couldn't beat that part. They tried everything. They're like, oh, we'll just put more armors. We'll put an armored Humvee. We'll use armored Humvees now. So instead of like it blowing out the whole truck, we'll just lose a tire or some shit, and we can still roll off and be somewhere safe. And then the Iraqis like, oh, they got armor. Easy. We'll put them in trees. So now it's getting rained down. There is a little bit more armor up top, but there's also a gunner seat. So that gunner seat was getting wiped out, dude. Like shaving every single morning. A new gunner. And I'm telling you guys, this is a big fucking win for Iraqis, because they can't compete financially with America. They have guns getting passed over by generations. People are making their own guns by hands, making their own IEDs. No real communication with each other. They're just like, yeah, you guard this road for your life, for the rest of forever. That's it. You're just in charge of the road until you die, and then we'll put Muhammad over there, and he'll be in charge of the road after. That's it. That was the whole plan, I guess. I don't know how they got that far. So now it's like officially ISIS past 2005. I think it's officially just ISIS. It's not like Iraqis, and it was just straight ISIS doing all this fucking heavy lifting. And now they're wiping out helicopters. They stepped up. They wiped out Apaches to a point where like America said putting an Apache down on the ground or flying it over is detrimental to the United States military and to the driver. So this is a bad idea. We're not doing this shit anymore. Black Hawk Down. All these fucking great films about it. It's like they are good at this. They are generally good at smoking people, which is insane to see. They did it with the Russians. They did it with the Americans. Two big powerhouses inside the world. Also, America supported Iran, the fucking whole Middle East to fight against Russia, and then Russia did the same shit when they fought America. So it's like kind of a Cold War, kind of a, but it's so fucking, it's still insane to see like the average Joe, average Iraqi fucking doing heavy lifting over there. And I don't know what else I can add because, oh yeah, I was gonna tie it all to Venezuela at the end of it. But yeah, eventually America just said fuck it. We can't do anything here. I think it was like 2011 when they just said fuck it. Yeah, go to hell. Everyone here go to hell. ISIS won. We lost. We're not coming back here. You guys fucking suck dick. We don't care about the oil that much. You guys are good to go. And we just fucking kick rocks. But it's a big win for Iraq because they are the underdog. That's like Wizards winning back to back to back 3 years in a row without any star players. No John Wall, no Bradley Beal, no Gortat, none of those fucking big guys. Just like a random fucking ragtag team just fucking knocking out championships. And not like blowouts either. Like 1 point at a time. They're winning games 1 point at a time. That's how you compare it to like it's insane. It's insanity. And the reason why he made the video, or at least I think, I don't even remember when he uploaded it, but he kind of compared it to like Venezuela at the end of it, where he said like, is Venezuela the new Iraq? Is it the new Middle East? Because are we going there for oil? Is that the reason why we're going there? Or is there a bigger reason? Only thing I learned about Venezuela, I still don't have like a good opinion about what's happening. It's that there's a dictatorship going on. This dictator took the land back and gave it to Venezuela by using cartel power and using other people's influence, power, Russia, China, and all these fucking big communist countries to take over Venezuela and make it their own again. But technically, it's under a militia. There is a coup there, or this is all just like militia-backed power. People are getting paid to do evil shit to each other, quote unquote. They also funnel a lot of money towards funnel a lot of money and resources towards the cartel. Cartel does a lot of bad fucking shit with this money to invade America and do bad things, drugs and trafficking inside America, which is also fucking, it's a bad fucking circle to see. And America is going to war with them right now because how powerful Venezuela is getting. They're getting a little bit too big for the bushes and stuff. Like they're going a little bit too far with everything. You can't just funnel cartels, and cartels can't just destroy American homes, communities with drugs and trafficking people. That's terrible. And I don't think that's a big reason why we're going to war. I don't know who swung first, but America is fucking making a standpoint right now, I guess. It also, I think that's the big reason, because like the oil that they have in Venezuela was funded by private industries. Private industries saw Venezuela as like, yo, we can help you out. We can give you guys a fucking loan and make a whole damn industry about how to use crude oil and transform it into usable oil for your everyday life to make society better. And when Venezuela, the dictator, took over, he was like, fuck you guys. We don't need your help. But they do need their help because they can't really transform this crude oil to actual usable oil. So they're selling it to cartels, Russia, and other influences that aren't American backed. So it's kind of dangerous to see money just getting funneled, because the way it works, like I shake your hand, you shake my hand. If they give something to Russia, Russia's like, oh, can you hold a nuclear bomb on your side of the world just in case America fucks up? And they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, why not? What's the big deal? I don't see a problem here in Venezuela. And then it becomes a big issue in America. Then it's a Cuban Missile Crisis all over again. So it's kind of like nipping it in the butt right now because there is another person running up. I guess it was this lady in Venezuela who's gonna promise a lot more like democratic change and better change, but it's a fucking oldest tale in the world, man. Bad guy leaves, I'm the good guy, cause that guy was just terrible, right? I don't know. This Venezuela thing is really interesting. I don't know how far it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna be boots on the ground or just straight laying down the goddamn fucking or laying down fucking artillery, throwing bombs in the sky, maybe using planetary devices to track everyone. I don't know. But I did my fucking 30 minutes. I've been AK Talk. This is AK Talks. I've been AK. Have a very classy day.